Hello and welcome to the University of Kent, whether you're returning or are a new student. This brief video is about blended learning, which is a new thing for us here at Kent, but it's been shown to be very effective at other universities, and we're trying it at the moment. So, blended learning comes in three parts. We have the lecture part, as this picture is showing, the interactive part and the assessment part. And what I want to do is talk a little bit more about each of those things so you understand what the point of each of them is. So while as I say, blended learning has been very effective, students do very well on exams after being taught using this style. Often they don't like it at the start because they don't understand what the goals are, and it all seems very confusing to them. So let's start with this what we've called on the graphic the lecture part, what I would call content delivery. This is about introducing the new material that you are being taught, as it were, this year. So if you think about it, I'm sure you have had this sort of type of content delivery in classes at school. The teacher would just explain something and they wouldn't want you to talk, they would just be explaining something new. And the way we're doing this here is we're delivering it through pre-recorded lectures that you can watch whenever you want, and those will be available through Kent Player and or on the Moodle page for your modules. Now, the thing I have to encourage you to do here is to really set aside time to watch and learn from those videos. It's very easy when doing something on the internet to be doing several different things at once. I should know, I do it all the time. But if you're going to learn something, you really do have to engage only with that one thing. And this is key. This is introducing you to the material that then will be discussed and learnt in more detail in these interactive classes, which are the second part. So you must watch these videos before you come to an interactive class. Okay? Otherwise you'll just have no clue. Well, it will be very hard to catch up with what is going on, is what I'm saying here. Okay, so the next part, this is the really key part, the part to be excited about. This is active learning. So instead of sitting and watching someone explain maths, this is about actually doing maths with someone in the room to help you. And the old aphorism that I don't know that we use very much here, but that we probably should, maths is not a spectator sport. Maths is about, you learn maths by doing maths. Okay? So this is what I call active learning, because you're doing the stuff that you've just been shown, if you like. So this is about guided engagement with the material. So the lecture is there. If you have a problem, you can ask a question about it, and the activities involved should lead you through the material instead of just leaving it all to you to work out. And these will be live sessions. They'll be some of them will be in person, some of them will be on Teams. We can't, unfortunately, have everybody in the classroom all of the time this year. Now, you must attend these sessions. They're compulsory. I don't know that we're taking formal attendance in them, but you have to come to them. And rest assured, your lecturer will notice if you are not there, because we have a list of participants in the classes. So really do come, please. Now, and the other important thing is your attitude to these sessions. These aren't sessions for you to sit quietly in a corner. These are sessions where you have to be ready to do some maths. You should expect to be doing exercises or examples in those classes, and you need to be willing to talk to the other people in the class about it. So you'll often be divided up into groups, so you can talk within that group, and maybe one of you will be asked to explain what you did in that session. Equally, you should be prepared to talk to the lecturers. The lecturers are there explicitly to help you with this material. If you are struggling with something, you need to tell them in the class, not 2 days later when you're no longer in a live session with them. Okay? And the third part is what we're calling the assessment part. I would call this consolidation of understanding. So again, maths is not a spectator sport. You may have been able to do maths when you were watching me or another lecturer do it, but at some point you have to be able to take that maths and do it yourself on your own. So you'll have short exercises or quizzes every 3 or so weeks. The quizzes would be through Moodle. Exercises might be written on paper and then you take a picture and submit it on Moodle. Usually you'll have about a week to complete 1 or 2 questions. If they're handwritten, there might be more questions on a quiz, and we're aiming to get the marks back to you pretty quickly. So that's the goal, is within 2 weeks of when you submitted it, I believe. Now, towards the end of term, there will be a longer piece of coursework, which is intended to take you a bit deeper into the material. And this will be more like an exam question. That's the point of it. It's preparation for exams, that last part. So the objectives of this is quick feedback on your work, so you know that you're making progress, or equally importantly, if you don't do very well on one of these quizzes or exercises, then you'll know that you need to catch up. You need to get some help with working out where you're going wrong. And of course, this longer piece of work is for exam preparation and for returning to a more normal environment when we can. Okay, good luck, and hope it all goes well for you this year.